Hi there, it's Nick Dutch here yet again. I'm out on the road today. Sometimes my working life takes me to a wide variety of locations. And today is one of those days. Anyway, the reason I'm popping on the camera is because about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago I started subscribing again to fakesagan. And what I've seen recently is just an example of something which is rather inappropriate. For whatever reason, and it doesn't matter, Richard Coughlin has been suffering recently, and fakesagan turned that into an opportunity to ridicule and harass Mr. Coughlin. This is bad. Now, not everyone has the same moral values, I know that. We're in a diverse world with diverse different types of people in it, but here in England, there's a trace of a centuries-old moral code which is still in existence, and it's something called Queensberry rules and playing fair. It goes back to the dim and distant past of the public schools. Now, public schools aren't generally open to the public, they're only open to the very wealthy people. They're actually private schools. But in these, in inverted commas, public schools, the attitude there was not just about let's all drink a cup of tea together and that's it. No way. It was violent. There was a lot of bloodshed. There was martial arts of sorts. People were taught to fight. But there were certain rules and a certain moral code that was in place, which said, you don't kick a guy when he's down. And these rules were in place to separate those who were a part of civil society and those who were not. And this rule still exists today. And we differentiate those who are within civilized society from those who are not with words. And the word for someone who is outside of civil society is called a chav. The word chav is of Romany origin, meaning a disrespectable thief. But these days, it means something a little more than that and something a little more precise than that. Some people say it's just like a fashion statement. For those who accept certain styles for fashion, that's not the people I'm talking about. Because in common parlance, the word chav has been turned into an acronym for counsel, housed, and violent. Namely, the kind of people who fail in absolutely everything and end up because of either mental health problems or bad upbringing, living in social housing purely on benefits, not being able to feed themselves or, earn a living. So this is people of a bad background who haven't got the moral structure in place. You, fakesagan, have demonstrated that you are a chav. Very much so. Your morality is find someone who's hurting and hurt them some more and get pleasure from it. There's a word for people who enjoy getting pleasure from other people's pain. It's called a psychopath. Now you got 3 paths to go down, Mr. Fakesagan. Number 1, you can carry on being a chav and hopefully try and get to the top because of the septic tank theory of social stratification, namely the biggest shits float to the surface. Or you can go down the route of ending up in social housing and not being able to look after yourself because your personality will hold you back. The third path is you start to develop a moral structure, because there's more than one reason to have a moral structure. And one of the most important ones is to keep your mind in check, so that you can actually do what's right throughout the rest of your life. Because if you start doing what's wrong, you can start eating away at your soul, and you end up doing what's wrong more and more and more. And it can become undesirable. You can become undesirable. And you can end up in serious trouble. Those are your choices, Mr. Fakesagan. Once more, the upper echelons of the most well-known and well-subscribed people here on YouTube demonstrates appalling and subhuman behavior. And to be quite honest, it makes me sick. You say that ownership is a man's game. You ain't playing a man's game. You're playing a game with a psychopath and a bully in the schoolyard, and you haven't progressed beyond that. It's saddening, really saddening. If you take my message to heart, maybe that'll be a good thing. That this method of expressing myself, maybe this is the kind of ponyship that you should be trying. Think about it. A comment was left. I'm keeping it in my thing. I mean, I left a comment saying there's some things that you really shouldn't use as entertainment. To which fakesagan then replied to me, blow it out your sanctimonious arse. Sorry, ass. If it had been me who broke down in tears, you bitches would be laughing your asses off. But it wasn't me, it was your Precious Richard the Dick Coughlin. Your hero is a pansy bitch, and that makes you a pansy bitch. Actually, fakesagan, that would not be my attitude. If you just tar the whole world with the same brush, you are a very twisted man. If it was you who broke down, and it was genuine, and I could see it was genuine, then I'd be on your side. And I would, if someone's hurting, they should be, respected. And you don't have any respect, and you've just got this like really dark mentality. And as a result of that, and as a result of your reply to my comment, I think I can safely say that you've fallen so far down in my estimation that, I'm lost for words at your attitude, your mentality, at your lack of moral fiber. At every single thing about you, you've demonstrated what a little shit you really are, and no one can like you for that. No one can. And your reply to me is just an insult, and I'm taking it as an insult because it is an insult to my character and to my judgment. So, go away, you fucking piece of shit.